the sunrise kind of thing.
So I'm here with Lincoln Heller. Now, Lincoln, I met you first a couple years ago, actually, at Eco Fashion Week. You were showing. You have some of the most fabulous purses I have ever seen. Where can people come and see your purses?
There's a couple little places. If you go on the website, you can see a couple of distributors here in town. You can poke an email and you can come by the shop to see what we have. Things are a little slow right now, but I've just slowed down a bit, and my back surgery has slowed me down. But
well, actually, you said you had back surgery. Can you see this, Darlene? This is what he's got, a hockey stick, and this is what he's using as his crutch. So you had back surgery.
Yeah. So it finally came. I don't know, about the 20 years. If this is sort of the whole history of me and the way I developed my bags. There's this romantic story about sort of working in a logging camp and sort of taking old leather boots and making them into pouches, and that was sort of the seed or the beginning of Five Left. But I think I also did a lot of damage to the back 20 years ago when I was logging, and anyway, it's finally caught up to me. But anyway, we'll be back rolling again for the fall.
Okay, well, where's your shop located?
It's in East Van. It's in the 1000 Parker building, the magical, crazy 1000 Parker building. For a public tour of the show in November, the East Side Culture Crawl is one of the most magical events, my favorite event in the city. But it's a gong show of everything under the sun, and that's the best way to see my studio in mass.
Well, what was really fun about your show a couple of years ago, you actually came on stage with a sewing machine, you whipped up a couple of designs, and you were throwing them out to the crowd, to people. That was so much fun watching everyone grab for them.
So the whole premise, I come from a very arts background, and performance art was always a very magical thing for me. So I see runway as sort of a theater. So the whole message behind the pushing the runway, or the pushing the sewing machine down the runway, was sort of a giving back. I believe that the gifts that I have and the things that have brought me to this place have been a sort of a free thing. It's sort of, I've been blessed with these gifts, and so it's part of my job not only to create things, but also there was a bit of a sort of a notion of giving back, a sort of a freeness. So for that moment, I was able to, I guess heaven for me is when I can just create things and be able to give them away and not worry about the sort of romantic artist thing.
Oh, that sounds like heaven to me too.
So anyway, so I pushed the sewing machine down the runway, and the funny little twist in it is the bags were completed. I didn't have any thread in the needle, so I actually defaced the bags, destroying the bags, but adding value because it's on the runway, and then giving them away afterwards. So it was fun.
That was fabulous. So is bags your specialty? Are you doing anything else? Cuffs, anything like that?
There's some belts. I hate belts, but that's part of business. My fascination is the things that hold our life, the things that hold things. So when it really comes down to it, a bag is magic for me. It's a container of all of our bits and pieces in life. So a wallet is a similar thing, especially for men. Men are really particular about their wallets, but it's their little life that's stuck into this little thing. And for women, of course, it's a bag you fill it full of all your daily belongings. And so I'm fascinated with not what is in our bag, but it's a vehicle for our life.
And you were saying that you started off using old boots. Are you still using refurbished materials? Do you ever buy any new pelts or whatever it is that you use?
So for me, I moved into this sort of, from the very beginning, I fell in love with this vegetable tan material, which is what they make horse saddles out of. So it is a new material, but it hasn't been treated in the same way as a lot of our upholstery or leather jackets, and a lot of the same kind of chemistry. What's magical about what we do is we actually create the surfaces on the leather. We texture the leather, we color the leather. So when you see a bag, that piece of leather was textured and colored for that bag. So when you purchase a bag, that piece goes on with you. And then the magic of vegetable tan leather is that we get it to a certain point, and when you take it away, it starts to change, and it really, all leather has this organic quality to it, but vegetable tan really kind of absorbs your life and becomes part of you, and will always reflect your lifestyle.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. I'm going to come to your shop one of these days and have a look around.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Hey, no worries.